Hello, my name is Joetezi.
Hi, I'm Rachel Wilson.
And my name is Lawrence Williams. And this is Lab 7, and we're testing food pH. And so I'm going to cut this cabbage up to get it ready to boil.
The objective of this lab is, we have two objectives. This one is about food processing and food additives and the reasons we process food. And we're going to present different ways that food is processed by looking at their pH, bases, and acids. And the second way is why we add additives to our food. Food is really a bunch of chemicals, and everything is made up of chemicals. However, we don't really consider food as chemicals, but we do consider food additives such as coloring and preservatives as chemicals. We will investigate what food additives are and why they are used. So he is finely chopping the cabbage that we're going to use as our pH indicators. And once he is finished, we are going to put that water, we're going to put the cabbage into the water and we're going to set it to boil. Just chop it up a bit more.
I think that's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So now that our cabbage is finally chopped and sliced, we are going to stick it inside into our water here. Yep. Oh. No. That's okay. Okay, that's a good little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay. And we are going to set this to boil so that we can get all of the beautiful color out of the cabbage. So while we are waiting on that to boil, we're going to go ahead and put all of our liquids into the jars. So we have, the first one is water. The second one is lemon juice.
How much should I put in there?
So on the lemon juice, it says, it doesn't say, I guess just put a little bit in there until it like, bottom?
Yeah, put a good bit in there because we have to put a.
That was good. And then in the next one we have Sprite. Yeah, that looks good. The next jar has baking soda. And this is our powdered laundry detergent. That is our vinegar. And last but not least, we have the milk.
All right, after our cabbage comes to a boil, and we strain the water, we're going to start by putting a little bit of cabbage in each jar and start observing our results.
So our cabbage is, as you can see, it's boiling pretty well. I'm probably going to let it boil for maybe a few more minutes just to make sure we get all of that wonderful indicator goodness. Okay, so now we're going to turn off the heat and we're going to strain our water into the bowl that is beneath it. Ooh, do y'all see that? That's blue. That is a beautiful shade of blue.
And each color indicates a different pH level.
Yep.
And that's what we're going to be looking for in our observations. Pour the indicator in with each part of our mixtures.
So this is water, and it immediately turned a nice looking blue color. This is lemon juice, and it turned red. Ooh. This is the Sprite. It also turned a little shade of red, but that one's a little bit more light, like it's a darker purple. This one turned into like a light blue. That's the baking soda. I'm just gonna get a spoon real quickly and mix that up. The baking soda.
All right, now the indicator is going into the powdered dishwashing liquid.
Yep.
Or the laundry detergent. Now the indicator is going in the vinegar mixture.
That's a bright red, guys.
And lastly, milk.
Milk. Ooh, I love that purple color.
Indigo.
Okay, so the colors indicate where this is on the pH scale. Like, you know, 0 is acid and 14 is base. So for this purplish color, I feel like it's a little bit more on the neutral side. That's what I think personally. I wouldn't be able to tell you like specifically, but that's what I think. For the red, since it's down here, I would say vinegar. It's very acidic. I'd give it maybe like a 2. A 2.
Yeah.
This is green. I have no idea what number to give it. What do you think?
That would be, it's going to be at least a 6.
6?
Maybe 7.
Because 7 is like neutral. So we have red and blue. Because I think this is like a 7. I think that's a 7. Because it's in the middle of red and blue. Do you think it's more blue than red? Since it's green?
I think it's more green than than blue, for sure.
What? Just give it a number.
I'm going to say 8.
Okay. And then this blue. So I would say, for the baking soda, I'd say like a 9 or 10. For this is like more along the reddish color, but it's not like red. It's kind of like a faded. I'd give it maybe like a 5, maybe like a 4 or 5 for this, for acid. For this is like a really, really bright. I'd give it like a 1 for lemon juice. And then this water is very, very blue. Solid 7. Solid 7. So now we are going to mix our vinegar to our baking soda mixture. So let's see. Can I add some vinegar to the baking soda mixture? Let's see what color it changes into.
Just a quarter cup.
Just a what?
Quarter cup.
Quarter cup? Okay. That right?
Yeah.
Ooh. Look how it turned into a nice blue, man.
So it really lightened it up.
It really did.
It really changed the pH in the mixture.
This is so cool. I love that. So let me mix it up since it kind of settled out at the bottom. But like.
And that's the baking soda mixture.
Oh yeah. So it turned really, really basic. Very, very basic. After that. And that's the end of Lab 7, Part 1.
My name's Joetezi.
My name's Rachel Wilson. See you later.
This is Lab 7, Part 2. Okay, this is our 1 hour observation with our apple slice dipped in sugar. And as you can see, it is pretty well brown and is pretty dry. This is our salt solution in apple slice, and it still looks like I just sliced it. Still crisp. Our apple dipped in lemon juice. It is has a little bit of browning on it, but it still looks pretty much like I just sliced it. Our apple slice dipped in Sprite, and there is a good bit of browning and discoloration on it. Now our controlled apple slice with nothing on it, it's just starting to just dry up. Looks like it doesn't have any moisture. It's starting to brown a good bit. And then our apple slice in the Tupperware has browned almost more than any of them, really. Our next observation will be in 24 hours. Lab 7 signing off. Alright, this is our 30-minute observation, and the apple dipped in sugar is discolored, a little brown, not too bad. Alright, this is our apple dipped in salt, and it still looks like I just cut it. It is absolutely edible. Alright, the apple slice dipped in lemon juice still looks fairly good. It's starting to brown a little bit, but alright, the apple dipped in Sprite is going totally brown. Our control apple is browning up pretty good, and then the apple in Tupperware is browning not bad. Still looks pretty good. Alright, it's been 10 minutes and this is our first observation. As you can see, the apple dipped in sugar is starting to turn brown a little bit, and it's kind of looks like it's starting to dry up a little bit. The apple dipped in salt mixture actually hadn't changed at all. It still looks like I just sliced it. The apple and lemon juice, it has a little discoloration in it, but not very much. It still looks like I just sliced it, and as you can see, the apple slice dipped in Sprite is already starting to brown over. Alright, our control group, which the apple that hasn't been treated, it is starting to brown a little bit. Kind of looks like it's drying up. And then this is our apple slice that has covered. And it doesn't look too bad. It's starting to brown a little bit. Not quite as much. Alright, part 2 of the experiment is where we take salt water, sugar water, lemon juice, Sprite. We're going to have an untreated apple slice, and then we're going to have a covered apple slice. We took 100 milliliters of water, mixed it with 3 tablespoons of sugar, dipped our apple in the mixture, and placed it in the bowl for observation. We did the same thing with the salt. We took 100 milliliters of water and 3 tablespoons of salt, dipped our apple slice in it, and now we have it set for observation. The apple with the lemon juice on it, apple dipped in Sprite, and we're going to check our observations for 30 minutes, in 30 minutes, in an hour, and then a 24-hour observation. Okay, this is our 24-hour observation with the apple slice dipped in salt. And as you can see, there is not a lot of change in the apple slice. There's a little bit of discoloration, a little browning, but not much. The apple slice dipped in sugar has started to wrinkle and is a lot more brown on it. The apple slice dipped in lemon pretty much looks like I just sliced it. You can't really tell any difference at all. The apple slice dipped in Sprite, it started to shrivel and it's pretty brown. Our control apple, untreated, and it's pretty brown, starting to wrinkle. And then the apple slice that was covered in the Tupperware bowl, it's pretty brown. It's starting to wrinkle. And this is part 1 of our lab 7.